Welcome. Why is Thank Me Later not with me?
I am. You just put
There he
me.
is.
You put me in the corner.
I don't know why you're in the corner.
Jesus.
All right.
It's a good thing we haven't been doing this for almost a month.
Nope, I'm starting this one over.
What? No, that's not how we do it. That's part of the fun. You never stop rolling.
I'm starting this one over. That one was bad, and I didn't.
I'm gonna tank all of them. If you start it over now, I'm gonna tank for the next hour, and I'm just gonna keep messing up your intro. That's your choice. Yeah, it's your choice.
All right. Welcome to day 24 of 31 Uplanders in 31 days. Your fingers are all messed up and backwards. You're like 24. There you go. You got it. All right. All right. As you can see, it's just getting worse and worse as the episodes go on.
Yes, spiraling.
We're just spiraling down.
The drain.
Absolutely. But, 24 days in, I'm getting...
The show must go on.
It will go on. Yes. So today's guest, everybody knows and loves this guest. You probably reference what he does for you prior to minting in a new city. It's the one and only Human Sim.
Hello. Welcome. Hi, everyone. Oh, my God.
How we doing?
Good. Can't complain.
I always get thrown off with Human Sim. I was like, it's banana.
Yeah, I have too many names. It's bad.
That's fair.
But I do like that, because people mostly know him as Banana and forget that he's Human Sim. So they'll see the video release and then they'll be like, oh, wait, that's Banana.
Oh, my God.
Right.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't change my name in Upland yet to Banana. One day I will be able to, and that'll be a dream come true.
There you go.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for taking time to be a part of 31 Uplanders in 31 days.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. You're one of the people well known in the community, but we're just giving you the opportunity to get out there a little more.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I love
you're a busy man behind the scenes.
And you guys are just amazing to watch. I'm always entertained by the stuff you guys do.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You ready to jump into it today?
Of course. Ready as always.
All right.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself outside of Upland?
That's a great question. So I am a 20-year-old college student. I'm currently attending a school in New York for nursing. So in like a year or two, I'll be graduated with a 4-year degree, and I'll be working in probably one of the hospitals on Long Island. I really love like doing games and stuff, but one of my big passions is taking care of people. So like outside of like doing like the guides or whatever I do in Upland, I do a lot more of hands-on with people and like caring and healing for people. So it's a very fun dichotomy between what I do here and what I do in my real world.
Wait, as a nurse, do you have to take the Hippocratic Oath?
I do. So you take your HIPAA is a big thing. Like I don't talk about, like I said, I'm not going to talk about patients on the show. I had a patient that did blah, 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 blah. But
as long as you don't use names, you can talk about it. But anyway.
Yeah, but I always try to think of it. God forbid I say something and someone's like, "Wait, that's my cousin's aunt." you never know. And as someone who's had family in the hospital, I always try to like think how I want my family treated, and that's like a big thing for me. I always want to give the best care because I've had a lot of family in the hospital, and care has been great, and care has been not so great. So I want to make sure I'm like one of those nurses that really gives a crap. To say, with a lack of a better term.
Don't let the system beat you down and wear you down.
Oh, I get. Yeah. I mean, it's also good. Now we have a doctor or a nurse and a lawyer for our super secret party. So that's good to know. We're covering our bases.
You've used my services one time before.
Yeah, I was going to say, because those services have come in handy.
Yeah, but now I actually know what I'm doing, which is really good. Can we just call like can we call someone, because I don't want to be liable, but now I'm like, I travel with a stethoscope now because everyone's like, can you like listen to this? So it's always in my bag, so I'm probably gonna bring it till Vegas.
Nice. Oh yeah, good deal.
There we go. How did you first discover Upland and what drew you to it?
So I love gaming, and one of my favorite gaming genres is like those city simulation games. So one of my favorite games is City Skylines, where like you build like a whole city and you manage traffic and stuff like that. One day my computer broke, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm waiting a week to get a part, and I'm on my phone scrolling through the app store looking for city building games, and Upland's like a promoted like post on the app. So I'm like, oh, that looks cute. The llama looks cute. Now, mind you, I'm 16 at the time. I'm like this young little gremlin who finds Upland, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so cute. I can buy a Brooklyn. So I'm like buying up brownstones. This is like around like when Oakland and Brooklyn had their like third wave at like midnight or whatever the hell happened.
Yeah.
So, like right after they fixed all the bugs, and I just got into it, and like I was really chronically online at this time where I was always on Discord. So I got a pop-up saying, "Oh, go on to Discord," and from the rest is history. Because I fell in love with the community. I will never leave as long as this community is alive and well. Because there's so many friends that I've made in the last 4 years now. I refuse to ever give them up, including you guys.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't TOS 18 and up?
So it's really funny you mentioned that, because I did talk to Lisette many times about that. Their stipulation was if I never gave my social security number to like put in to like make money, they didn't care. Because then like they could feign and think that I was 18. So we had a fun little reveal when I turned 18. I was like, guys, I'm legal now. And everyone's like, wait, what? I remember Mort, because I used to like flirt with Mort, and like Mort didn't realize I was like under 18, so I screwed with him a little bit.
Oh,
whoa,
I'm like my buddy. I'm like, hello, my
catch
love.
A predator, Mort. We're on the lookout now.
Poor Mort. That's the reason, guys. He stepped down. No, I'm kidding. I feel.
Oh, gee.
No, like nothing bad. It was like, oh, hello, my love. Like nothing crazy. I didn't want to destroy a person's career, especially Mort, because he was really cool. Same with David and Lisette, and I think Squall was there before I turned. I don't even know. It's been so many years now. I can't keep track of who came before.
Here, have a seat. Now, I got the chat logs here. Tell me what your intentions were today.
I'm with Chris Hansen with The Catch a Predator.
Holy moly.
Why don't you go ahead and put these on for me?
What? I can't even. This is the most unhinged interview by a significant margin now.
I mean, I am an unhinged man, so like I think you got what you're looking for. Day 24 is going to hit hard.
Yeah, it is.
So what do you do when you're not playing Upland?
Apparently, I just don't get to ask any questions anymore.
So
you're right. Sorry, I messed up. That's Thank Me Laters.
What do you do when you're not playing Upland?
That's a great question. So I love credit card debt. That sounds really bad, but like I love going out and shopping. It's just my biggest vice of my life. I literally Forever 21 is going out of business in New York, so I literally went and like spent like a couple $100s last week to just buy clothing. It's one of like my outlets, I guess you could say, where I like get out, I walk around, try stuff on. It just like helps me mellow out with all the stress of nursing school. And one big thing I like doing like the designing stuff, which is why we'll talk about this later, but like why I got into banana guides and my business in Upland. I like going on Canva and like making everything look really pretty. So that's like a big passion of mine as well. So like outside of here, I like design flyers for like different clubs at the school I attend, and I just really try and make everything look aesthetically pleasing while also being informative.
Awesome. Super cool. What was your first big milestone in Upland?
I feel like I have like two of those. So like my first big one was when I became a director. I want to say that was around like the Cleveland release, Cleveland, Chicago, because I know, boo Cleveland. Big regretty spaghetti. But I minted two what's that frontage road in Chicago that like was like the rare?
Oh,
the Lakeshore Drive.
Yeah, Lakeshore. Yeah. I think
I minted two of them in Gold Coast, and like I flipped those really good. So that kind of like set me off on a trajectory. And like today, I always think about how like, I could have been like probably a chief exec if I didn't just buy all of Brooklyn secondary. Like the average upmark I paid was 200 to 300%. So like if I look at my portfolio, it's like all the new cities are getting better, but like you see like I paid $8 million for Brooklyn, and then like the mint net worth is like $2 to $3 million.
Ooh.
So like we've dialed back a little bit, but I'm at the point like, you know what? I make $220,000 I think a month, which isn't bad. Could be a lot better, but like I can't complain because it's enough to let me have a little fun with a city release. I don't have to freak out too much. And then I guess like the second milestone is when I really started like making my own niche in Upland, because like I always felt like I floated around as like I'm a chat moderator. I did a lot of that. That was kind of like my shtick for like a good year and a half. And then finally I decided, you know what, I think I want to do something more than that. And that's where we did like the Upland transit guides, where I would just like, make the, how to get from here to here. So I did that from like when they released like Bakersfield to all the way when they were releasing LA and Rio. So we did that for about a year. So it was a really fun little time where I just got to try out the design stuff. And that's what I think made my name like pretty well known. Because now like if I scroll back on like the helpful info and like the newbie chat, I am like one of the main people in there with all like the different like pinned messages.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, those guys are super helpful. I mean, I still don't know how to get around the planet, but
neither do I now. Like now that I don't do, because it's too much. Like it's 4 continents, and I'm like, you know what, this can't fit on one page anymore. I give up. I relinquish this. But now, like, I think the Upland or something does it, where like, you can like put in your location, what you want to go.
Yeah, I think so.
Technology taking my job, guys.
What strategy do you use in game? Are you collector, trader, builder?
I think I would lean towards collector, but not of like every city. I think back in 2022, 2023, I did a big downsizing in my portfolio. I sold out of the West Coast, sold out of Midwest, sold out internationally. I mainly hold Miami to New York. So Miami, DC, even those like starter cities, Frederick and Trenton, the 5 boroughs. I try to just consolidate everything to one coastline. That way I can put all my effort into that area. Like I think like Bermuda and like Miami Beach are like the only other 2 cities, and like they're also like in that area. So like when I have like a new city release that's not there, I go, I flip, and I leave. So like that's like my big thing now. That way I can now splurge a little bit. Oh, I wanted to get that collection in DC, or I wanted to get this. This is like a really cool building in this city. I can now splurge a little bit rather than spreading myself thin across the 42, 43 cities in Upland now. Like that's a lot of cities to really try and keep a manage of. But like 7, it's like not as bad. I'm not as overwhelmed. It's a lot easier to maintain the portfolio now. It's also a lot easier to control how much I'm spending if I'm only doing in 7 cities. I'm no longer like, well, I love all of these monuments in all of these cities, so let me pull out the credit card.
There you go.
Oh. What's your proudest moment or achievement in Upland so far?
That's gotta be probably when I kicked off the banana guides back in January/February 2022, because it was around the release of Los Angeles. Actually, it was our first guide. It was a free guide, funny enough. It was our first guide. We were trying it out. I didn't know how it was going to go. I gave it out to about 50-60 people to see how it helped them with minting. It wasn't accurate, I gotta say. I think it had like a 50% accuracy rate because I didn't know what I was doing yet. But it was more so like it was a lot of fun putting it all together. And that's where I started doing the guide. I was like, you know what, maybe I can make money off this. And I started a Patreon. And then the Patreon would make like a couple hundred a month at some point, which was crazy to me. Because like each guide was like $7.50. So we had that going, and that propelled to where I am last year I started the website. So now we're fully integrated on a website. We have a MetaVenture getting ready to get stuff done. And like my name is now on Twitter. People are like, oh my God, banana guides, when are you going to do your next guide? And so I have like a newsletter. I have all these different things that came together all because I took a leap of faith 3 years ago, Jesus, that I tried to make a guide, and here we are today.
Super cool.
Yeah. Which city in Upland is your favorite and why?
All right, just out of curiosity, you guys know which one I'm gonna say, right? Like, I think it's like
I would assume Brooklyn.
Exactly. There you go, buddy. Brooklyn.
Following the thread, yeah.
The lore of Brooklyn. So the reason I fell in love with Brooklyn is because it was the place I started. So when I started, it was like during that Brave campaign. I wasn't part of the Brave campaign. Like I found it on the App Store, so I didn't get the extra 2,000 UPX. But I had like these 2 little, like I think one in Bensonhurst and one in Kensington. I had these 2 small little properties. And then I was like, oh no, it minted out. I wanted to buy more. So suddenly I get an alert that like, oh, they're releasing the rest of Oakland. And then at midnight, they're dropping the rest of Brooklyn. So it was like Bushwick, Crown's Height, and then like a bunch of the other stuff. So I see that. I try mint in Oakland, fail miserably. I get like 1 exclusive and that's it. So I'm like, all right, I got to go. So I fly back to Brooklyn with like 40,000 in my account. And I buy like 20 Crown Heights all on like a single street. And then like the day after, I was like, oh, I was going to put money in, and all of a sudden all of them are gone. I was like, oh no, that's so sad. So then I started my secondary, where my big my big bit was like, oh, I'm going to be the king of Crown Heights. So now we're at like 200 to 300 of these properties that I just consolidated, and now I'm like buying. Like now I have all the collections except the ultra rares because I'm never going to get those because police stations are expensive, and then Main Street was through a charity auction, and those are like $30,000 each, and there's no way I'm gonna be able to grab those. But I have everything from Crown Heights to Dumbo now, so to me, I call that complete. My little nest egg of properties.
Nice.
I remember I got some Dumbo. Dumbo was a good grab.
Spent a lot in Dumbo.
Yeah. I think I spent 500,000 UPX, $100, and then my entire London portfolio for the 3 I got. Wow. It was a big. Meanwhile, like 2 months later, the market crashed a little bit. So I was like, oh, whoop. Oh well.
How has the Upland community impacted your experience in the game?
I mean, how has it not? I mean, without the Discord, I wouldn't have a business because Twitter and email and like the in-game chat only does so much. Without the community, when me showing off what I do, I probably would have left by now because I gravitate towards these communities. I gravitate towards you guys. You have More Cheese, you have C Prado, you have Blue Rain, you have all of these amazing creators that I love so very much that I get to see in Vegas every year. Love them so much. And I get to just really bounce off ideas, and we get to collaborate, and we get to just build our brands further because we all have our different little projects. And I wouldn't have put so much effort into making a website and newsletter and making guides every month and putting time aside to research for these guides. If I didn't have the community behind me, I probably would have cut it off so far sooner. I probably wouldn't have even gone past the transit guides because that first Los Angeles guide took 2.5 weeks. Because I didn't know what I was doing. I was just kind of like sitting there. It's a 40-page guide because I didn't know how they're going to release Los Angeles. I just was like fumbling and trying to figure out how to get it done. And like, yeah, we've gotten a lot more streamlined, but that's with trial and error. And that's because I have the community support that, that buys the guides.
Nice.
Do you have any memorable collaborations or rivalries with other players?
So if my cat didn't leave my legs, I would have shown her off here because my first NFT is when I was on like it was like the Ben 68 and More Cheese had a show like 2-3 years ago. I think it was their Wine and Cheese show. It might have been like a name earlier before that. Yeah. And like they did an interview, and I show off the same cat. I show her off, and she turns around and slaps me and claws my face on stream. And it's in the recording, and it lives forever because More Cheese made like an NFT of it. So now I have like the number 1 of that, and it's just like 50 of them. And it's the funniest thing in my life. It just makes me remember like 16, 17-year-old me showing off my kitty cat, and then she turns around and slaps me. It was one of like those moments where like it was just really funny. It was just like a really fun time to like work with the creators because like, it was my first time I was on a stream or a recording for anything. So it was like really helped break the ice because I've never been on something like that.
That's cool. Well, what about rivalries? Who's got beef with Banana?
That's a great. I don't even know. Do I have any? Do you know if I have any rivalries? I don't really make enemies. I just kind of make because I make so many poor financial decisions.
If you don't know the people that don't like you, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I think it's just the fact that I will buy like people know I will just fucking buy anything. They're like, you know what? Keep him in my back pocket because he's got enough money where if he wants it, he'll just throw his money at it. So I'm trying to think. I don't really think I have anyone. I get along with everyone pretty well. I mean, like besides the usual casual chatter who's like a spam account. Like, that's my enemy. Someone who comes into the server and just spams or like says something off killer crap. Like that's my enemy because I don't have patience for it.
Banned. You're banned.
You're banned.
What's one piece of advice you'd give to someone just starting out in Upland?
That's a good one. Ooh, I like that question because I don't know how to answer it. I would say the community is the best first place to go because it helps you guide through. Because Upland is not an easy, simple game that you can just get with the snap of your fingers. It's a bit of a learning curve. Without the community, it takes a lot longer to get through that. And there's a bunch of tips and tricks that the community teaches you. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, if it wasn't for the community, I wouldn't have known that I could travel to other cities. Like, that's how bad I was in the beginning. I thought, I was in Brooklyn, I had to stay there. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm here forever now. I didn't even know what Ascend was. I didn't know what treasure hunting was. I didn't know how like collections worked. Because it's like, oh, is it Monopoly? I'm like, it is like Monopoly, but like it's on steroids. It's 10 extra steps you got to add to it. Because it's not just that you can buy any property, and they all have earnings, and then the earnings you can put stuff on it. You can put buildings. You have Sparklet, and then you have these totems might get you Proton, and then eventually maybe STEM, and you have all these different converging topics. You have like the NFTs, and like you have NFLPA, and all this. I get lost in it, and I've been in here for what 4 or 5 years now. I get lost. So God help whoever is a new person who's trying to tackle it on their own, because it's a lot of content, and like Google's great. But sometimes it's great to just hear it from another person in a Discord, like, "Hey, why I recommend you do blah 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 blah," or you should look up this person, or you should watch this video, or you should join this node, or this or that. Because that way, like, you feel included, and it just really like takes the tension out of trying to learn a game that you're getting into. That is more than like you have to actually think about what you're doing.
Okay, good advice.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have any quirky habits or rituals when playing Upland?
Whenever we're in a city release, I cannot be in a Discord call. People are like, "Oh, I want to hear like how you mint," and I'm usually just cursing some. No, hold on. Backtrack to the enemy. Anyone who mints a property, I'm minting. That's my goddamn enemy, because I am cursing people's names out. And like, there's sometimes like, for example, like Luco1, I remember he's done it like 3 times by accident where he minted a property I wanted, and I'm like, oh, you got blocked. And I'm literally would go into the junction. I'm like, how the hell do you keep doing this? So like, that's my big habit, because I get like actually feral when I'm minting. Even if it's like a city I don't care about, I'm like, well, I wanted that for the 5 seconds and to flip it. Like, why can't I get it? I'm entitled to it, so get out of my way. And it's gotten even worse because like, I had to like kind of settle, because now they do the city releases where like there's already so many properties on the board that I now like have mellowed out slightly, because I'm like, all right, well, like, the odds of me getting it are slim to none. But it used to be like really bad. Like when I'm trying to think of one of those really bad. Oh, Bakersfield, my first like actual release where, and then like the game like pooped itself, it broke, and I was like, I was in a Discord and I was screaming out like so many things, and like and that was the last time I was ever in a Discord call, last ever time, because I get so like worked up over a blue square. It's like not even funny. I'm like, this damn square is controlling my life.
That's funny.
Get in there.
All right, but quirky habits or rituals.
Oh,
wait, he just said that. We just
okay.
Question.
Well, he kind of backed it up and went. Okay, I guess
that's his quirky habits. He can't be in Discord during a city release.
Like fucking crazy. Wait,
right.
I swear.
Jeez. Follow the thread, mate.
I kind of got lost in that one.
Yeah. Also, my quirky, I ramble. There we go. I'm a rambler. I can tell a story, and like the story goes nowhere.
So I missed it. I'm sorry, I missed it, but I got it now. All right. What are your personal goals in the game for the next 6 months or a year?
That is really fun. If this was earlier, I was going to talk about Genesis Week and my plans if Genesis Week happens, because I have some really big plans for that. But that's like 3 months, so we'll save that for a surprise then. But 6 months, I want to flesh out my website a lot more. I want to see if I can do more integrations with it. And I really want to talk to Upland about maybe incorporating directly into Upland. You have all these development shops where you can like buy stuff in game and it goes directly and you get the like whatever item, whatever service it was. I would love to like work through that. That way, instead of me taking an Upix transfer for a guide and then sending the guide in Discord, it's all facilitated within Upland. It's one place. It's fun. I have like a master spreadsheet of like all my transactions, because like according to TOS, I was like, oh well, buying stuff with services is like not like apparently it's a no-go. I've been cleared by Upland. They are shared with the spreadsheet, so they always know what I'm doing. But it's a fun debate, because once a month, so I was like, guys, did you guys read the TOS? What Banana's doing is like a gray area. And I'm like, I know it's a gray area, but it's a gray area that I have been told is fine. So I want to be fully integrated into Upland one day. That would be like my biggest goal, I think.
Okay. No, that would be very convenient and nice.
Be very nice indeed.
All right. Now we are on to the quick fire round. 4 questions in 60 seconds. Are you ready?
Sure.
Favorite in-game property?
Does he have an address? Can I give a neighborhood?
Just a neighborhood. Yeah.
Crown Heights. Crown Heights,
all right.
baby. My home.
Favorite Upland event or competition?
I love watching Hackathon at Genesis Week because I can't code for the life of me. So watching that happen is amazing. People have some amazing ideas.
One Upland item you'll never sell no matter the offer.
My block explorer, because it was made incorrectly. It's supposed to be like a ferret holding a banana, and it's like this monkey looking freaky nature thing that's sitting on a banana.
Best Upland memory.
I think it was when I got my first ultra rare. It was in Berkeley. My friend traded it to me, and I traded him what I thought was gonna be an ultra rare. He gave me, I think, 2, and they end up being 2 Solano abs. And it was the first and so far only time I've ever like held on to an ultra rare for more than 5 minutes from my trade swapping. So like that was a very that's a big moment for me from like 2 years ago.
Nice.
1 minute and 3 seconds.
Whoa.
Damn, so close.
So close. 103. No, nice job though. At this point in time, we turned the show over to our guests. So this is an open forum. If you want to talk about banana guides, any other meta ventures, anything else, this is your little spotlight.
Yay! So I have the how do I point to this? Like right here is the website. Right? Hold up. No.
Yep, your point.
I can't point, but yeah, the banana guides info. That is like our landing page for our guides. We've been in production since January, February 2022. We make them for every city release and every city expansion. It's a really fun little time. I have a fun little thing. Hold on, can I like screen share on here? I can show people.
Yes, you can.
Cool. Let me pull up map line real quick. Let me just like, get the thing up. You're gonna just be cutting all this. Like, what the hell is he doing as he just looks at his screen?
We don't cut anything.
Good. That's
post
great.
as is.
That's why you won't. That's why you wouldn't let me restart when I messed up the intro.
Yeah. I was just like, we don't do that. We don't redo.
Boop. All right. Is it sharing? There we go. Cool. All right. So for example, I have like all of these areas. I do a lot of research. I don't show many people this, but we have like cities and planning. Like I have to like be careful where I zoom in because like some stuff isn't released yet. Like if I go a little bit over Tokyo, you might be able to tell that I have like 4 of the prefectures like done. It's not like just what they've done. It's like I have like Shinjuku, I have that whole war done, and I have Cho, I have that war done as well. I have like Boston, Seattle, I have Lisbon, I have a bunch of other these cities that I just try and like cram and prepare. So it's like a fun little process of us doing it. And then let me just show you guys like the website real quick. Just let's see. Did I update it? I might have forgotten to update it, which is like really embarrassing. So whoop-de-doo. Does it have? Oh no, we're good. All right, we did update it at one point. So like I said, like a fun little page. We have a bunch of stuff on here. We also have a free guide that I like to promote. It's a player guide that you can just click through. Also, look, oh my God, it's everyone from Genesis Week. Whoa, you guys should come. And like you click through it, and like instead of it being like learning how to like mint property and like, where you should buy, it's more of how to play. And like stuff like this, I think is really helpful for the new player because like there are websites out there and there's videos, but sometimes you just want something that is like static that you can just look at and then try and play and then go back and forth. So like that's like one of our things we tried out. I want to say July of last year. People have said it's been very helpful. It's got to go through an update because it's like a little outdated because like this page is like 2 cities behind, and then like some things like change over time and it's got to make sure everything's all dandy and updated. But like we have like different things, and then like what I try and do if we go to the 27, do we have it here? Oh no, here all like the people have contributed. There we go. Oh my God, who is this? I wonder who that is. Whoa, it's like they're interviewing me. Holy crap, that's crazy. But yeah, we have a lot of different people who have come together for that. Like the free resource, I recommend it. And like I said, I also have info about the guides. We have our gallery over here of all of our guides. One of the things I want to do for Genesis Week, if I can get a booth, if they're doing it, I want to buy prints of some of these of like our best like guides.
Oh, like tourist guide, like an actual city guide. That would be super cool.
Because I have like one for Vegas, I might just like remake into like that, and then I might print like poster style, let's say like Los Angeles and Rio and Sao Paulo. I need to redo London. This cover art is awful, but like all the other ones I love so very much. Like I love the Paris one. This one's one of my favorites, and like same with Park Cities came out very nice.
Yeah, that's clean.
Those all
It's
look
very
nice.
clean. Yeah, it's like sometimes we try to refresh it. For example, like when next time London is getting a release, I refresh it. Like Berlin's got refreshed because Berlin's was like a last minute one because I did it on the plane like 2 years ago. We learned from that, never do that again because the Wi-Fi kept cutting out. But now like I said, we tried to provide quality, and it's a really fun time. And also if you don't want to see what we do, pick a city, one of you.
Dallas.
Dallas, alrighty, and you can view it.
Very cool.
Yeah. So for example, like it has embeds. So like when you have the guide, for example, because it's something like this, sometimes it's a little buggy, but like you can see exactly like where we're saying it's like a good speculation. We talk about what type of collection it is, and you kind of get like a really good gist of like what's going on. So we kind of try not to leave anything to interpretation. Sometimes we're like brutally honest, like, hey, we're not sure what the hell Upland's going to do with this because the property cuts look weird. There are times where I say stuff like that. Like, for example, we had like Fort Totten in Queens, and like I had property cuts from Regrid, which is like a service I pay for, and then Upland didn't do it the way I thought they would. So we had a big stipulation, like, hey, we're not sure. It's a very important area, but like use your caution. And then like the one property they gave was like a rare, like a ultra rare venue for Queens. It was part of their curator collection. So we try to like, while also erring on the side of caution, give you a chance of like some more riskier bets. Like let's see, what was a good risky bet that we like played out? Let's see.
I tell you what, you hooked it up on Bermuda. I feel like we did really well.
Bermuda was really fun. I love the Bermuda guide. I love how it came out. Look how pretty it came out.
Yeah.
Like we had a lot going on. Like it's like Hamilton. I'm still shocked Hamilton came out to be like an exclusive. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. So like, listen, Southampton hit, Pembroke hit. What was it? That frontage road hit there? Which ones did we call? Oh, so I wasn't Reed. It was Church Street. I was so close with that. Oh well, we tried. But it's like Front Street, Harbor Road, North Shore Road, South Road, Hamilton Parish, Pembroke Parish. Like I said, we have a running rate of about 70%, which is also viewable on the website. I do preach that as like our transparency. If we go to minting guides, I don't believe in lying. Like I show off that one of our guides didn't hit very well. You can see Arlington, we kind of struggled. We're waiting to hear back when they expand more because they might do better because they only had one collection so far. But as like we've done a lot better. Like for example, Park City was 100%, Miami Beach was 90%, Bermuda was 75%. Like we've been doing a lot better in the last couple of months, which is really good. It makes me feel a lot better because I feel like our skills of researching have done a lot better as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's super cool.
Well,
thank you. Yeah, thank you very much for letting me show off my website a little bit.
Yeah,
absolutely. Thank you for taking this time to join us. Thank me later. Do you have anything before we wrap to day 24?
No, this has been great. I look forward to whatever in-game map assets you make and connect to Banana Guides. I'll definitely be a customer.
Oh, thank you. I'll let you guys be in the loop next time we have something going out.
Absolutely. Banana, thank you so much for taking time today to be part of 31 Uplanders in 31 days. Really appreciate it. This is definitely one of the wilder ones that we did it.
Well, it's very fitting, I feel like people call me a character in Upland, so I think that fits the stereotype of what the perception is about me very well. A little chaotic, but full of love.
There you go.
I know a lot of people really love the Wolf Warner one, so I wonder which one they'll find better in there. But the people that love the Wolf, do you love the Wolf or do you love Banana now?
I mean, or they can love both. Wolf Bananas are a thing, probably.
No, there can be only one. This is like Highlander.
Yes. All right. But thank you so much. This wraps up day 24 of 31 Uplanders in 31 days. Everybody, we'll see you tomorrow for day 25 as we're getting closer to the end. Be safe, have fun, and see you tomorrow.
The Upix Podcast with the property expert. If it's happening in Upland, it's the place you want to check first. With your host who's stupid to win and thank me later. Bringing the strategy, news, and cool charts with all the data. This is Upland, where the Metaverse goes down. Genesis, San Fran, to Rio, and all around. Don't miss a week, you never know what they'll say next. It's the Upland Property Experts, baby, UPX.